Yup. The fuck. Anyway, I do what the fuck I want to do. But what's up, raggedy ass collective? Okay, that's what the answer said today. Thank you, answer to angels, guys, and all positive forces that look over me. Archangel Michael, let me wait. Because they snapping photos right now, and I want to be cute. I want to be cute when they snap a photo, girl. Where's my bubble filter at? What the fucking bubbles? What is this one? Let me see. What's this one? What's that? Oh my god, no. No way. I really like that one better. This is actually my favorite one outside of the bubbles and that other one. Because it's crazy because I must really be from that Renaissance black and white era type of vibe. Because I love it. My soul was living then, child. I probably was a healer then, bitch. I would probably was like a spiritual, like Jehovah Witnesses be now. I probably was in the club. Y'all need to get out of here. Y'all need to be healing, okay? Come on, let's go heal. Come on, let's go. I'm taking you out of the club. Come on, by the weave. Let's go. Okay. So that probably was me then. I feel like in every single one of my past lives, I was taking people out of it because I don't stay in it long. Like I don't stay in whatever it is long, the struggle, the trial, the challenge, or whatever. I don't stay in the energy long. So I can guarantee my past life was filled with just what I'm doing now. Come here, I got you. Let's go over here, safe. Get over here, I'm listening. Do you have it? Let's get it. Here's healing. You sick? There's a herb. Like I probably had all that shit in the bag. Like seriously, that's what I see. And it's crazy I'm even talking about past lives because with that Neptune energy, Neptune retrograde and Pisces is all around the past lives, okay? Like period, point blank. Past life, spirituality, psychic gifts, consciousness, collective consciousness and shit like that. I just talked about that, so you guys probably need to go and watch the Neptune and Saturn, okay, and retrograde and Pisces elemental guidance that I gave, okay, for the transition. This motherfucker transition gonna be here forever, like, like Saturn staying until November. So it's almost like usually when Saturn, Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, when they shift, okay, they stay inside of the zodiac at the minimum 30 to 60, well, 60 days, period. It'd be about 60 days. So about 30 days, that's 30 to 60 days is usually when that those are the generational planets. So they sit in the energy longer. Okay. Mercury, Mars, and Venus, okay, and Jupiter move a little quicker. Even Jupiter has of course a tendency, to shift about 20 to 30 days. But I'll say 30 days as well. Okay. But for certain, the moon is going to change every time a zodiac is here. So every month the moon is going to be changing. And the sun. The sun is going to be changing every month. Okay. The moon changes every I literally want to say every 3 days. The moon changes into a different zodiac every 3 days. The sun changes every single month. Okay. Mars, Mercury, and Venus shift every 20 days, period. Okay. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Pluto, Neptune, they shift every 30 to 60 days. Okay. So that's just a little background. Maybe you guys needed to know that if you're trying to get an understanding of just astrology, period. Because you guys could probably be looking like, God damn, we just was in this. It's just shifted out. Yeah. But understanding when it does shift is very important. Okay, so maybe you guys needed to know that. And I'm here to fill you in because I'm an astrologist, so I love talking about astrology. I really feel like everything is astrology. Okay, I really do. Psychology is astrology. Like all that shit is connected. But that's neither here nor there. So I'm doing this because the mental exploration, I really got this energy hub because at this moment I'm definitely getting the in-between, number one, and the eye of the storm. So you are the eye of the storm in between, okay? And and this is either you or someone else that you could be connected to, okay? But the energy around being in that is mental exploration. So your mental is being put up under a test right now, whether this is a test of you having to rise above what you are up under dealing with family, or whether it's with friends, or whether it's with your dreams and your goals, okay, or whether it's going within. Either way it go, your mental is being attacked right now, you know, so you can further raise it, bring it up, lift it out of the challenges. You are who is going to be able to do that, because if the mind is unforgiving, the soul cannot speak, and darkness only comes from those who keep it. Okay, and that's why I was just saying you're the eye in the storm. Okay, and like I said, this could be you or someone else, so you are the eye. The darkness is around you and you are the eye. Okay, being that eye, you must, like I just stated, your mind is unforgiving, the soul, so the soul can speak. Okay, secrets of the heart, the eye, secrets of the heart, the eyes, are all of this right here is literally connected. So it's almost like why are you doing my video like that, YouTube? Anyways, so it's almost like the heart is attached to your mind. So your heart is holding things that could be unforgiving, but due to the fact that you are in the middle of this storm, you are about to speak it. Okay, I feel like silence has probably been golden for you in this energy, but secrets of the heart are about to come to the surface. Okay, this is almost like the finale of your journey. Okay, which has been decided, which is decided by you. How your journey ends, with how you complete the transformation, is decided by you. What you look like when that storm is over is decided by you. Okay, and I literally, for some reason, I literally see someone meditating Buddha position in the middle of a fucking hurricane. And I'm not talking about no regular, I'm talking about Katrina in this motherfucker. Like in the middle of it. And that could be how much is going on around you that is trying to stop you. Do you know what's in what's going on in the hurricane? You got cars, animals, people, wood, you know what I'm saying? Trees uprooting. Literally, you could literally be on divine timing right now because of that. Okay, but this is a mental thing here. You know how far you have come. Okay? And like I said, silence could have been golden to you. But now it's time for you to speak about the secrets of the heart now. Because, and it's like almost sitting in the middle of the storm, you realize that you actually have a forgiving heart. You realize that you actually can do your part. You realize who holds the darkness as you have been sitting in this storm. You have been realizing something. So in this storm, silence has been golden for your ass. Almost like you've been observing the energy that has been brought to you. But you are about to jump off the deep end with no life jacket, okay? Awareness and discernment is what you have mastered, and by being in this storm. You also could have been understanding a little bit about time jumping. That's that divine timing. Time jumping is divine timing. When something happens on time, you were there before. The universe just almost like shifted it around so it can materially manifest, like material. But you were spiritually there. That's why you did the spiritual work for the opportunity to even present itself to you. And then when the opportunity to present itself to you, now it has materialized and you can move forward. So little do we know, we be time jumping a lot. Like for real. We be time jumping a lot. At least our ancestors in particular. Staying ahead of time, being ahead of your game. That's why somebody could have told you ahead of your time. You know what I'm saying? And that's because you have the mind to be ahead of your time. That's a mental exploration to be ahead of your time. To literally be ahead of your time, you need to have the mind, a forgiving mind, so the soul can speak. That's how you be ahead of your time. Have a forgiving mind so the soul can speak. But when you have an unforgiving mind, the soul cannot speak. So you can't jump time. You're going to stay in the same time loop. Can't jump time if your soul ain't speaking. You can't move and you can't move forward. Okay? So time could be speeding up for you. Actually, you could feel like time going way too fast and you're like, damn, like how the hurricane would be while you're sitting in the middle of this, whoosh, whoosh, and you could literally just be like, damn, this storm is going real fast. Oh my God, it's going real fast. I hope I'm okay. Okay, great. Oh, it's going real fast. It's almost like a roller coaster ride right now. You're on the ride until it's done. You're on the ride until it's done. Okay? And I feel like along the way, okay, using magic has been helping you. Whether this has been just understanding magic, period, just that understanding that another force is here has been helping you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't slow. You know, you're not stupid. Or just understanding magic. It depends on what level you are at. You either at the level where you are into it accordingly, or you at the level where you're just now grasping the understanding of the energy present. Now, with you being in that, it's almost like you have not been a bad person, no matter which end of the spectrum you're on. You know? So even if you don't know everything about magic and how magic work and how energy work, you know something, and whatever that something is, that's what you need to hone in on to help you understand everything else. The goal is not to understand everything at once. Some things most things come in threes, and that means it's going to come in pieces. And what I mean by that is every synchronicity, every sign happens in threes. First, you get the fact that you need the sign, and then the sign shows you that the sign is coming, and then the sign arrives. And then after the sign is whatever the fuck the sign was, 4 or whatever. So it's like everything really does kind of happen in threes. Okay, so you're on that end of on the end of the spectrum, because what I'm getting here is there are two people in this mental exploration energy here. There's two collectives here. I'm literally getting it split up in twos. Okay, and the first collective, like I said, I was just describing that energy that you could be in, where your mind has forgave a lot of things so your soul can speak. Even if you haven't explored how to heal it in your heart, your mind has forgave it though. And it's like you know that's what you want to do. When you think something, you know that's what you want to do. So if you know you got to go back to your heart, you're going to do that and do your part. Okay, that's why secrets of the heart are very important on your end. It's almost like you are ready to reveal the secrets of your heart. You just are waiting for the storm to be over, so you can literally be in the have the finale of your journey being complete. Some sort of journey that you have been on. Something is completed on this end, this collective of the mental exploration. The other collective of the mental exploration, we're going to get there. So this collective, you have not let your mental make you think that life is not fair. You haven't let your mental think that. And you also haven't let your heart make you move like you don't care. You've been working with your mind and your heart, this part of the collective, unforgiving things and connecting to your soul a lot more, regardless of what is going on. Awareness and discernment has been very important for you, and you really haven't said nothing. Silence is golden to you. Okay, but now you are about to say something, period. Now, the next collective, like I said, this energy is the eye of the storm. Okay, so you either have the mind of forgiving or the mind of unforgiving. If you have the mind of unforgiving, the universe is shifting humiliation in for you. And I was trying to be light when I said that, because I don't want to, but my ancestors want to. So if you have not been forgiving, you are about to be humiliated for not doing that. Confirmation. For not releasing, you are about to be you are about to be humiliated. The ancestors literally called it, that's the third bird. They've been warning you. Forgive your mind, body, and soul. Forgive yourself so your soul can speak. They've been warning you, and you have not done it at all. And the ancestors called it a humiliation ritual. That's what they called it. And they said the collective that's going to be going through this have not been forgiving things on their hearts. So they are about to be humiliated for whatever is in here. Okay? Whatever insecurities or whatever fears that you have in your heart, if you have not addressed it, the universe is about to humiliate you so you can. Because I feel like in the midst of this storm, you were a part of the storm, letting it blow you everywhere. Letting it blow you. You know how when the storm is going on, you being blown everywhere, it's blowing everything. You didn't have control over the eye of the storm. You didn't want to see why the storm was there. And nor did you care why the storm was there either. You also thought that the storm was coming is going to make things unfair for you. It's like you are so out of touch in 3 areas: your mind, body, and your soul. It's like your mind is trying to help your body allow your soul to speak, but you don't want that. You don't want that. So you're wearing a mask, and the universe is going to call you out on your lies. They're going to be calling you out on your lies. So you're going to be dealing with individuals, you know what I'm saying, who are going to call you out, are going to be able to call you out on things. Okay? Like they're going to call you out on, it's almost like all of your flaws that you still have, they're going to call you out for it. The universe is going to be shifting individuals in to call you out because the universe has been trying to help you in particular, but you have not been wanting the help. Your mind, body, and soul is not aligned to what's going on at this time. So there's a lot on your heart that you haven't forgiven, so your soul can't speak. You could be a shit starter. Okay, your heart is very heavy. Like this humiliation, you're going to be caught on your lies. Okay, you're somebody who could carry this energy. Well, I don't want to talk about it right now. I don't want to deal with it, you know. And it's almost like you have put yourself up on a pedestal that everybody else around you know that you're not on. Like you have put yourself up so high. You know what I'm saying? You're up so high because you could be up so high because of something material. Okay, like you can have some sort of stability or maybe a good job or something like that, and you feel like that's what has you up high, but your heart is unforgiving and your soul cannot speak. So that job and what you in might not even be in your soul purpose. You're not in your soul purpose. You're wearing a mask. And the universe is going to be humiliating you for that. Okay, people with heavy hearts are the devil's children. Okay. The universe is stating that you did not submit to the abilities inside of you. That's why you're going to be humiliated for it. You're going to be humiliated for not embracing your power. And that makes a lot of sense because if you're not power, you're powerless. So that means you're less of a lot of things. You could be someone who has not really done much in life, but you could be of age. You know what I'm saying? Or you could be someone who don't even know what to do in life, but you don't want to figure out what. You're scared to figure that out. You also could be someone who hasn't repented none of your sins. None of the things that you have done, you haven't taken accountability for them. You could be someone who if you do something, you know, to someone, you will clearly say that you did it, but you will come back and say, but you did this to me and this why I did. And it's like, no, it's like yours, the way your soul showed up to speak in that energy was toxic. So how can you flip the script on someone else? It's almost like the time for you, it's almost like a universe is saying, I'm sorry, it's too late. You could be someone who says that a lot. I'm sorry. You don't really be sorry in your heart. You're afraid to do your part. You're afraid. You have some sort of fear here. And it's heavy on you to the point where it's just causing you to not forgive nothing. You haven't forgave no one. You could it doesn't even matter about if they done something to you in particular. If they just done something in the energy of you, period, you haven't forgave them at all. You haven't forgave what they have done to you, or if they done something to someone else in your energy, you haven't forgave them. You hate people. You have a hate for people. Okay, and that's what you're going to be humiliated for. Like you have a hate for people. Like I gotta still help them because they didn't help me. It's like, how could you live like that? How could you possibly still be in so much hate? The universe didn't bring that energy in your life for you to still be hating it. That's why I said, as I said, your mind is still unforgiving. So your soul is not speaking right. It's speaking hate because of the unforgiving that you have. So you could be someone who nags all the time. You got a nagging problem, not a protecting problem. You just nag. You know what I'm saying? What is all this to him? And 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 what is this? And that's like you're nagging. You don't have nothing to be happy about. You haven't created. You have not let your soul showed how you have forgiven things and places, people, places, and things, so you can show what you can do. You haven't done that. You also could be a bad liar. And I'm not saying just because you tell somebody something to their face and you truthful, you lie to yourself a lot. You will be someone who will write down your goals and you will look at them. And you're like, I know I can't complete that right now. It's like, how dare you say you can't complete that right now? You don't know what the fuck the universe will do for your ass. Because I've been in many experiences, many with them, period, where I have wrote something down and it don't matter how small it was, or I just spoke it and I got it. You someone who don't believe in that unknown. That could be the biggest thing. You could one up the unknown, acting like you're God's gift from earth or something like that, or, you know, or carry such love, but your heart is so full of unfair decisions that you placed upon yourself and someone else, and others placed on you. It's almost like you haven't accepted some sort of wickedness, okay, that has kind of made you the monster, okay? So yeah, you could also be someone, you know, who prays, you know what I'm saying? But it's almost like selfish prayers. Like you pray for yourself, but not healing of self to heal another person. Like you really don't care about no one else. Like in your heart, it's so much on your heart that your soul can't speak. Your soul can't connect with your soul family because of what's on your heart. These could be people who have taken oaths, like, you know what I'm saying, who gonna be going through like this humiliation ritual. These are people who taking oaths, like people who, you know, the food stamp office, the DFACS, you know what I'm saying, any governmental job, okay? Because it's not blood on your hands, but it's blood on that paperwork. That's like collateral damage. The universe has watched all of that. You will be humiliated for all of that. You had to take that home with you on your heart. It's like, it's things on your heart. And that goes back to, you could have that good job, and that good job ain't no blood on your hands, but it's blood on that fucking paperwork. So you are just as bad as the person that is issuing the blood that's slicing. And it goes back to that heart. It's so unforgiving. You haven't forgave yourself for the decision that you made, and you haven't forgave nobody else, you know what I'm saying, for the decisions that they made around you. You also could be someone who has been through a lot of traumatic experiences, or just quite a few, or just one period. And I ain't talking about no regular traumatic experience. I'm talking about you done seen somebody got shot, nigga. That changed your life forever. You know what I'm saying? You done seen somebody got a car accident right in broad daylight. You done been involved in a robbery, gunpoint to your head, you know, stuff like that. You could have been someone who been through those things, and that just all that stuff sits on your heart, okay? You have to forgive yourself for being in the wrong time, wrong place. You got to right time, right place. You got to forgive yourself. You really need to focus on forgiving. And that's why this humiliation is coming. So you can do that. The universe is moving their most valuable ones to a safer environment so they can make time for universal service. Okay? And that goes back to those individuals who are in that eye of the heart, who are the eye of the storm. Okay, if you're the eye of the storm, the universe is about to shift you around so you can provide this, so you can receive this universal experience, this universal service, and provide the universal service. But you're about to get ready to go to a safer environment. You could be around all these people that's about to be going through this humiliation ritual. Okay. You also somebody who got a problem with time. You patient, but you don't like that happened at that time. You don't like that that's what's going on at that time. But the divine needs you to understand divine timing. Okay? You're someone who don't believe in luck because you don't believe in the probability that the probability that you have inside you. Like, you know how the possible chance of you doing something, you don't even believe that possibility. You don't believe possible is possible. And it's like, well, damn, possible is impossibility. So I don't know. You tell me. You know? A lot of people are monitoring. I see a lot of flies around. I'm outside. So a lot of people could be monitoring. And are these energies that are going to be going through this have been monitoring you, monitoring spirit? You know? Another thing as well is, I'm going to say this. I feel like everybody thought that the universe, well, that the white man, the Vatican or whatever, everybody thought that they was focusing on cloning and all that. No, they're focusing on a psychological test, okay, to produce this mortal world that they want to control. This is a psychological game. The challenges, the voting, you know, the separation, all that is psychological. That's what the matrix is, a psychological test to see how you get out. And of course, just like the military is, you're not going to be better than me. So I'm going to keep the test a little bit harder in the front. And see, that's what this mental exploration is about. You either became the eye of the storm of knowing this test, or you became a mess. And now your heart, your mind is unforgiving and your soul cannot speak. So you got to figure out which side of this matrix you're on. You either in the matrix or you're not. Because you could be in the matrix and not in the matrix. That's what I mean by the eye of the storm. But if you in that motherfucking matrix, you going around with that motherfucking the winds in that tornado. You are. And they're sending you through challenges because that's what the matrix is, a psychological test project. That's what it is. So we all are test projects. We just not in the lab with it. And they just went to the lab and came out with it. And they're not in no motherfucking lab. They at their round table. That's not a lab. The only thing they do in that lab is medication. I'm telling you right now. That cloning with all that stuff is just so you can not understand that that's a test. Believe that test and we got you. You know, it's like everything is a test, a psychological test. The reverse psychology towards the English language is a test. That's why it all depends. That's why based off of how you use it, your life can be a mess. The basic test of the English language and the energy behind those words is what we are being tested with. The more that we raise our vibrations with the words of positive mindset, we can get out of the matrix and we're no longer being tested. You know, I really want to say that. Okay. Hard day's work. Okay. It's how you find your passion. A lot of y'all don't do a hard day's work. Like, for example, you would be, you know, anybody who is dealing with this humiliation ritual, you are someone who don't like to go outside. You know, you are someone who has a hard time connecting with earth, air, water, and fire. And, you know, you have a hard time connecting with what makes you, you. You don't like what you see. You could be someone who don't like what you see when you look in the mirror. You want to change every damn thing about your ass quick, like, but you're not going to be able to do that. It's time for you to put in a hard day's work to find your passion. And that goes back to what I said. You could be in this high profile energy. And that's not even, that's this job. And that's not even your passion. You're not even doing what you're passionate about to be saying that you're doing something. You know? Earth wants to shake the ground a little bit to see how clear, sound, and grounded you really are. And that's why I said there's two things going on here. You either are in the eye of the storm where the storm is almost over, or you are part of the storm and you're a part of this humiliation ritual that's about to go down when the storm is over. Because if you're in the eye of the storm, when the storm is over, everything is going to settle and you're going to get a fresh new start. But if you are in that storm, you're going to have to go get all new shit from the beginning. It's almost like if that storm caught your house, you're going to have to get a new house. It's almost like you were inside of you. Again, you got to pick which side of the spectrum you're on. You either put yourself inside of the chaos to have a deeper understanding. To have a deeper understanding. You put yourself there just to have a deeper understanding. And again, like I just stated, the universe came. First of all, they're here. This is what this moment is about. To shake the ground a little bit to see how clear and sound and grounded you are. When the universe starts shaking that ground, you start climbing trees. If you were in the eye of the storm, you're like, nah, I'm not finna, The ground is feeling unstable. Let me get higher. But if you were a part of this humiliation ritual, when the ground got unstable, you got lower. You was like, I know if it's like that up there, if it's like that down here, it's like that up there. You could be somebody who speak for other people. You have a problem speaking for other people. Or not even speaking for other people, but you're always prepared for what somebody is going to say, you know? And it's almost like give the energy room to breathe. You could be that individual. You could be like that. And that's if you're a part of this humiliation shit. So what I mean by that is like, it's like you could be talking to somebody, yeah, because I'm just tired of this and stuff like that, and I already know what you gonna say, and da da da. It's like you could be that person that say stuff like that. I already know what you gonna say. Let me go, and all that. Being afraid of what somebody actually is going to say. You have to say it first. Like you could beat somebody who beat somebody to the fucking punch, and then most of the time that's not even what the fuck they gonna say. Somebody could tell you that, like, I didn't say that. I wasn't going to say that. I don't feel like that. Let me tell you I feel like that. You know? But if you're a part of that if you're part of this humiliation collective with that ritual, that's what's going, that's you. You know? The universe is shaking the ground up, and you can't take it. So you are becoming the storm. You're becoming the storm. So you're becoming everything around you. You don't see the positive in nothing around you. You're becoming the energy around you. And let's say that again, everybody's in the middle of the storm right now. Everybody in a storm. So let's say the storm is storming. You're becoming the storm. And it's like, can you become the eye of the storm so you can still see where you're going, even though the ground is moving crazy? The universe is going to have a rude awakening once this storm is over. Because the whole reason the universe brought this storm is to see, again, I just said it, to see how clear and sound and grounded you are. What are you going to do? Are you going to stand up for yourself? Even if you had to pop up on somebody, even if you had to say something to someone, you can back it up because that's who you are for real. Whether that person believe it or not. It's something like, have you been wasting time trying to prove a point to somebody? The universe really... You either have been the eye of the storm or you have been the storm. You're going to have to pick which side you're on. If you have been the eye of the storm, I'm literally hearing blessings. Okay? If you have been the storm, the universe said something on your side. You know, like, I don't know what they're saying. I'm hearing like, I'm not hearing luck is on your side. I'm hearing something else. I like literally, may God be with you. That's really what I heard. May God be with you, or something like that. So yeah, like, pay attention right now. The universe is really shifting some shit. You know, if you've been the eye of the storm, you have been in this energy where silence is gold. Like now it's time for silent retaliation. You know, like to the point where the universe just gonna bless you, and your blessings is what's gonna make the enemy feel like you are retaliating on them. So but it's silent though. It's like, I ain't even told you, niggas. It happened. The universe, it depends. You either the eye of the storm or you are the storm. If you are the eye of the storm, I've already said it, but if you are the storm, there is a humiliation ritual that you have put on yourself that I don't even think you are aware of. But listen, I heard you about to find out. If you don't know, now you about to know. That's really all I had to say, guys. Everything will be that you need to know about me will be in the description. Peace.